To another wonderful Monday and another episode of Punch Sports Extra. My name is Shegun Odwan. I have with me my co-anchor, co-analyst, and of course colleague here in the house in Eniton Daramola. Good afternoon to you, Eniton.
Good afternoon, Shegun. Good afternoon to our viewers out there.
It feels like the Harmattan is back, and you need something to.
But yeah, apart from the Harmattan,
like
I'm actually being empathetic to some people, some certain a certain group of people.
Wow.
Over the course of the show, I'm going to just reveal that.
Are you talking about LA?
You would find out soon. I'm not talking about LA, but shout outs to people in LA.
All right. All right. Very quickly, we'll begin with the front page of Punch Sports Extra, and we have him. Our new manager is back. Boldly, the biggest picture on the front page this morning is the new manager of the Super Eagles. We have a new man in charge of our darling Super Eagles. And of course, regardless of who you bring in, I think there's always going to be controversy on the Nigerian football scene. Chelle is his name. The Malian is going to be unveiled today. And many people have come out to say quite a lot of things. Some people say, why the Malian? Why this guy, the popular meme from the last AFCON, where his manager, his assistant or one of his assistants was pouring water to cool off his head. And Nigerians were saying, is that not going to be?
No offense, man. No offense, man. But when it was announced that it was going to likely take the role of the Super Eagles and be the head coach, the first image that came to mind
was that meme.
That meme. It's gone viral. And I'm not saying that defines who he is. It doesn't
actually,
define his credential, but because if you look,
his stats are good.
Yeah, he took Mali to the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations. However, he has a big task ahead of him. We need to qualify for the World Cup because we're in a very, very, very difficult position.
Precarious situation.
Yes. However, I'm going to say I wish him all the best because no matter how much you rant, no matter how much you say whatever, he is the coach. And he will be the coach for the next 2-3 games. And who knows, he could run till the end of his actual contract, you understand? I don't want to say he's going to be sacked anytime soon. However, I wish him all the best because he has what it takes in terms of the squad. He's inheriting a good,
fantastic squad.
Exactly.
Some of the best guys we've had in a while.
Exactly, yeah. And we still have our guy Victor Osimhen gunning, with Galatasaray, despite his contract issues with his parents' club, Napoli.
Yeah.
Yes,
there's African footballer of the Ademola Lookman.
Exactly.
A lot of great guys. A lot of great guys.
Samuel Chukwueze, who is obviously in a resurging trend now in his career, and you just have them.
I think we have a good bunch of guys.
Then we have a very good goalkeeper. For a while we have suffered, at that angle. Yes, but we have a new bride. Yes, a new bride. Exactly.
That position has been a major challenge to the Nigerian Super Eagles and Nigerian fans. So I think he has a good squad.
And then we have someone like Ola, who has been tipped to join Manchester City. Exactly. So we have a very, very...
There's Calvin Bassey having a fantastic season with Fulham.
Absolutely.
There's Alexi Iwobi, even though many Nigerian fans have said a lot of things about where he's playing in the Super Eagles.
Exactly.
But if we can bring on his Fulham form...
Chelle might actually, unlock the beast in Alexi Iwobi for the Super Eagles. And then, who knows? He might
bring on some new guys too.
Yes, and he might actually get what's his name now, Victor Boniface, scoring whenever he's back,
with the Super Eagles.
So we have good times ahead.
All right, March 2025, the World Cup qualifiers will continue again. Of course, we remember how badly we did under Coach Finidi during the last time we were playing in the World Cup qualifiers. Egwavoin came on board as acting manager. I think we had a great time with him. But Nigerians kept saying we needed somebody substantial. Some persons were pushing for Egwavoin to keep the job. Some persons were saying, no, let's still get a foreign manager. We've gotten a foreign manager now, even though some persons have said...
Semi-foreign manager.
People like Eniton have called him a semi-foreign manager. But semi-foreign manager, foreign manager, local manager, call him anything you want to call him. This is a manager that is now the manager of the Nigerian Super Eagles.
Absolutely.
And like Victor Ekpeba said a couple of days ago, whether we all like it or not, the man needs our support because we have to keep supporting our own darling Super Eagles. Very quickly, we move on to something else, another item on the front page. And the man is talking tough. He left Nigeria having fun, riding a motorcycle, they call it Okada, you know, doing trenches games, enjoying himself, and he was having the time of his life. But now the man is back, and he says he wants to fight Tyson Fury this year. Anytime. Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
Have you ever rode a bike before? Okada, I mean the Okada.
Okada, no,
yes.
I have not.
So I've tried it before.
But I've done
yes.
a bicycle.
You've done, but no, we're talking about Okada now.
No, I've
because
not
you
done
mentioned Okada for.
Yes, that was, you saw him
exactly.
now.
Exactly. So I have, you know,
been fortunate enough.
Fortunate enough.
Or blessed enough.
Blessed enough. Because the trenches, like you said, trenches move. Yes, I've done that before, and I know the feeling. It can, you know, it's just, you just feel cool, you know, moving. So, you know, and then when you change gears and all. Anthony Joshua has just switched gear from Dirty December in Nigeria
serious
back
work.
to serious work in the UK, and he's already setting sights on, you know, Tyson Fury. I hope he's not thinking that Fury is less of a challenger because of, you know, he has lost twice to Alexander Usyk. However, for him to believe that he can or beat Tyson Fury,
he said it's the fight everybody wants to see. He said everywhere he goes in Nigeria, everybody's asking him. Wanted. Is it now wanted?
Yeah,
it's a thing of the past.
The fight he wanted to see.
Then
you understand. When
now it's a losers final.
Well, you can say that.
It looks like a third place.
I think our
it looks like, you know,
is a losers
now.
final. However, it's going to be a big fight between, regardless of, you know, whether there is a belt on the line or not. It's going to be an absolute cracker between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua if they eventually, you know, get the dotted lines signed. Because you recall the last time it was almost, you know, over the line, and then all of a sudden it fell through.
It's a British derby.
Yes, so
and it's going to be interesting.
Well, it's a British derby, but on the side, Nigerians are going, you know, will be open to see this fight because, you know, they want to see somebody sweat and they want to see somebody get knocked.
I think the fighting world want to see that fight. Yes. Perhaps I think I agree with you. Like, it will have been a blast in the past.
Absolutely.
But right now, you know, it's still a big deal, but it won't be as big as when Fury was Fury and when Joshua was Joshua.
But the question will be, what are the chances that this fight will happen? Or peradventure it happens, what are the chances that Anthony Joshua will not get knocked out?
Well, the Fury camp has not said anything yet. It's still more of Joshua still talking about it. But like Joshua answered yesterday, he said, when they asked him, is anything being done already? He said, well, this is how it starts. By him saying, we want the fight, and keep shouting for the fight. And then after a while, they'll probably say, okay, you're in the news, you're in the media. All right, I'm coming to you then. And then we have something.
You know, and then another question is, will Joshua's team think that this is a good move? You understand? Because they'll have to look at everything holistically and wonder, is he in a good shape to fight Fury? What are the consequences of fighting Fury if he gets knocked out again? Is that the end for his career? So they look at all these things, you know, to decide.
They'll cross
so
the T's and dot the I's.
He wants the fight, obviously. Personally, he wants the fight.
Yeah.
Let's see what Eddie and, you know, the rest of the thing.
Of his team thinks. All right, let's talk about Osaze Odenwingi. I mean, my Olympic golf dream. The man is thinking of going to the Olympics. You know this man, superstar Nigerian footballer, burst onto the scene in Mali 2002, got a brace against South Africa, went on to represent teams like West Brom in the English Premier League, Stoke City, won Player of the Month as a Nigerian. Fantastic player, and now he's a golfer, and he's taking it to the biggest heights ever because he's now a professional golfer.
Yes, he's a professional golfer, and, you know, he set his sights on
the Olympics.
And he said his dream is to, you know, take down
Nigerian flag
and, you know, and stick it where it belongs in the golf tournament. And I believe that with the way that he's going, he's pretty much determined, you know, to do this. And I absolutely, I beg your pardon, believe that he can achieve this. I think there should be no pressure on him. You understand? When he gets there, eventually, all that he needs is just, you know, the support. And I'm positive that he would get the support that he needs especially from Nigerians. You understand? Because as much as it looks like a personal dream, it's not like a big dream for us Nigerians, you understand? Because especially in golf, we've not really been represented in the international, you know, scene. Yeah. So hopefully he can do that. There's nothing stopping a determined man. There's nothing stopping. Nothing
is impossible, George Mendes. All right, that is all we'll be having for you on the front page this morning. I mean, we just give you a couple of stories. If you want more, you can visit your vendor, have a quick grab, and, you know, enjoy these stories while you are, doing other things, or while you are probably eating or drinking something, or, just having your cooling break in your office. Just have fun reading what we have for you in today's episode of Punch Sports Extra. Very quickly, we swipe that out and we move into the meat of the matter. Let's begin by talking about what went down yesterday. When you talk about the FA Cup, you talk about impossibilities becoming possible. When you talk about the FA Cup, you talk about surprises, you talk about shocks, you talk about amazing results, you talk about things that you usually not find on a normal day coming to play, except maybe this time around, unlike Mikel Arteta said, the FA Cup ball, is probably not as bad as the Carling Cup ball. Remember Mikel Arteta trying to say the ball was the reason. The bounce of the ball was different. Yesterday, I don't know what happened to them, man, because anytime. Same man, not Manchester United.
Yes.
Red card for Diego Dallo.
Yes.
I don't think that was a red card, though. I don't think that was a second yellow, but the referee thought it was. Well, his decision was more important than mine and my opinion. Exactly. But Manchester United came back to that party thanks to the man that they were attacking. The Manchester United fans were attacking against Spurs in the Carling Cup. Became the man that rescued them yesterday.
So I don't think I had time to to comment on that. I don't think we had the opportunity to comment, on that. It was pretty bad from Manchester United fans. I don't know whatever has happened or happened to them. Obviously, we've seen, one or two that happened over the course of, the change of coaches from, what's his name now, Eric Ten Hag, now to Amorim. But it's bad, and there are no two words about, you understand, because it's about what's bad is bad. However, you need to give kudos to Amorim and the Manchester United team. They've been under scrutiny for a while now, and
they should be their 13th.
Hold on. They've questioned this guy's professionality. They've questioned whether they actually have a right to be footballers. Because when you talk about this crop of guys,
professionalism.
When you say that this crop of guys they are not fit for a club like Manchester United, and you just wonder, you have a player like Marcus Rashford, you have a player like Bruno Fernandes, you have Casemiro, a title-winning, Champions League winning, multiple Champions League winning. Permit me to use that.
At Real Madrid.
At Real Madrid.
Yeah.
No. You cannot say, it was the team. You would actually look at his own individual effort in Real Madrid, and you cannot rule it out. You can't just throw it under the carpet.
Yeah.
It was a very, very integral part of that Real Madrid squad. You understand? So you can't take it out of him. These guys have talent. These guys, they've done this over and over again. This is their life. So for them to go under scrutiny the way they have gone under scrutiny,
but perhaps their performances are not doing justice.
Well deserved.
And perhaps they need to be scrutinized.
But you need to understand that there are some times that things don't go the way you want it.
Especially not as bad as 13th.
Hold on, Shegun. Especially when it comes to a team like Manchester United. They did not lose the number of games that Manchester City lost, but they never got the sticks like Manchester City never got the sticks like they did. You understand? But all I'm saying is, yes, justified or unjustified, yes. Now, however, back to the game, you need to give kudos to the coach and to the team. While it's too early, I can say it's too early to jump on the ship for a sail on honeymoon, but it is too early. However, you need to give kudos to them. They were determined. Name it. All the positives they added. 10-man Manchester United. Yeah. You would have thought after that red card, which is controversial.
Very controversial. I think that was when I started supporting Man U in that game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was just watching neutrally as a fan. So, but when I saw that red card, I said I was watching neutrally. Just watching football. Okay. But when I saw that this is not a red card, these guys are the underdogs on a norm.
The penalty that
was too soft.
The game
was too soft.
It was not a penalty.
Yeah, that other guy missed.
Exactly. So I think one of the problems that officiating had yesterday was the fact that there was no VAR. They don't use VAR in the FA Cup. They have not sanctioned it yet. So that's why if there was VAR, that goal, the penalty would definitely be will be overturned.
That was not a penalty.
The red card
too soft.
The red card to
another soft red card.
But I think you just need to give kudos to the coach and the Manchester United team, and take it away from
the goalkeeper.
Arsenal. Yes, and Binder, the goalkeeper, he was the man of the match.
He was brilliant.
Before the game, some very strong Manchester United fans, especially on Twitter, they had said that because we know some of those Manchester United fans, they are popular on Twitter, but they have said that why would you bench your number one for Bayinda? And I'm sure they were referring to the
game against Spurs.
Yes, against Spurs
in the Carling Cup,
exactly.
Even
but
in
then
the Cup.
If I'm not too sure whether there's VAR in the Carling Cup, but if there was VAR in the Carling Cup, that goal, the last goal that the last Tottenham goal could have
from Son.
Yeah, no,
corner
not
kick.
from the corner kick, and there was
I think it was a goal. It was checked. The goal. I think it was a goal. Really.
Okay, well, but then you can't take it away from Arsenal too. It was not that they deserved.
They were terrible up front.
Yes,
Kai Havertz was.
That's something about football.
Had a very bad day.
If you don't take the chances, you are going to ruin it, and that was what happened yesterday. You understand? But then it was shootout. It was anybody's game. It could have gone either way. You could have gone either
immediately
way.
went into shootout.
But I'm sure that all the fans that went to watch, the football game yesterday, they really enjoyed their money. You understand? They paid what they paid for. They had for
120 minutes and penalties.
Except you're on the losing side. You understand? Which and I saw a tweet. Sorry, I saw a post this morning saying that an Arsenal fan sent a very bad message to Kai Havertz's pregnant wife, and he was wishing.
Yeah, on social media. I saw stuff.
Football shouldn't, really
I saw stuff yesterday.
Get to that extent where you are wishing somebody have a miscarriage because somebody lost the penalty kick. It shouldn't just really get to that point. But it was a good game.
But quick one for Arsenal before we go on. Quick one touching on the Arsenal side. This is a great team. Over the years under Arteta, they've been fine. But they never really get to that peak. They are somewhere around being good, being not good enough to be first.
Yeah.
And, there are games where you expect them to, really come to the party. Yesterday, for example, they lacked the proper number 9. A goal poacher, a finisher, somebody that will bury chances. Doesn't have to do too much running, but give me the ball, let me Rashidi Yekini the ball. They lacked that yesterday in Kai Havertz. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. I mean, I think it should have been taken off at some point, but perhaps there was nobody to play that role.
Yes.
So how would we get a 9? Somebody that will bury these chances.
A certain Gabriel Jesus is injured.
He got injured yesterday.
Yes. So if you look at the options up front, you have Gabriel Jesus who is injured, and then you have the makeshift number 9 in Kai Havertz, and then you have what's his name now, who they already sold to Crystal Palace, Eddie Nketiah. Now these guys, and then you have the Nigerian-born player. What's his name? Ethan
Nwaneri.
I think he's currently injured. So they are left with.
Is he Nigerian-born? I think it's British-born.
When you say Nigerian-born, either it could be the location or he's born to a Nigerian parent.
I know he's born to Nigerian parents.
So that's why I said
but I know
Nigerian.
he was born
so
in the
it's
UK.
still, I'm still correct when I say Nigerian.
Right. I was just asking.
I'm just telling you so that you know.
Okay. Thanks for the education.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So back to the Arsenal squad. Now they are left with Kai Havertz, who is a makeshift number 9, and who has over the course of this season been the guy for them, and they really need to cut him some slack. You understand? However, it takes me back to the Liverpool squad that won the Premier League under lockdown. If I'm not mistaken, it was under lockdown that won the Premier League. They had a Mo Salah who cannot stop scoring. They had what's his name, Sadio Mane, who is also a goal scorer and a team player. And then they had
Bobby
Firmino. I was looking for something to qualify me, but
Roberto Firmino.
Yes, they had a very silky Roberto Firmino who will always score even when the chips are down.
Or assist.
Thank you. But he's not your typical number 9 that will Rashidi Yekini the ball like you said. He's not your what's his name now? Osimhen. He's not your Haaland. He's not even what's his name now? Gyökeres or what's it called?
Yeah.
He's not those guys. They won't give you that quality. But Liverpool knew that Firmino will not give you 40 goals in a season, 20 goals in a season.
But we give you 30 goals and assists.
So they surrounded Firmino with a Salah and a Mane. Now Arsenal have a Kai Havertz who is not a typical
number 9.
They add what's his name now? Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is injured. Martinelli has not really lived up to the hype. You understand? He's capable of doing what is expected of him and more, but presently I don't know why he has not really lived up. So if Arsenal want to, that's just the thin line between them, the difference between them and that Liverpool squad.
2020 Liverpool.
And presently they are second on the Premier League table.
Yeah.
They need goals. and this is January, and unfortunately, no big team will let their number 9
go. Nobody will let their big boys go.
He was not. He has committed to staying
to the end of the season.
To the end of the season, so they need to win 1-2 trophies in 2 years.
All right. Very quickly, we move on now to the Australian Open. Oh my goodness. I'm always overjoyed when I'm talking about Australian Open. It makes me happy. I don't know why. Australian Open is just unique. First of the year, there's this new year energy that comes to it. And Arena Sabalenka cruised over in the first round. Coco Gauff, same as well, with Coco writing on the camera and wishing people in LA, all the best after the fire troubles and all of that. Guess what? If you win Australian Open, you are going to be winning $3.5 million US. An 11% increase from what the winner got last year. The Australian Open is one Grand Slam where every year there's an increase. Every year there's an increase. Every blessed day there's an increase. $3.5 million is how much in Naira? Okay, I know you're not a math student, but I know
you can tell me. I think
I'm not a math student as well. But 3.5, that's 1.5 or 1.6 multiplied by 3.5 million. That's some heavy millions, that man. That's some heavy. Is it millions? I think it's still millions.
Yeah, that's quite heavy. That's quite heavy. However, this is the first round of this.
Still the first round.
Exactly. Yeah. They are expected. All these big names are expected to go beyond this round. However, it gets tougher. As huge as the prize money is, the game gets tougher the more you progress. I hope that we can see Arena Sabalenka and then Coco Gauff towards tail end, or maybe both of them in the finals going head to head, for the big prize. However, this is not child's play. I'm going to say that this is not child's play at all. Yeah, it's good to see them, qualify for the first round, but then it gets tougher. So we are hoping to see a more, exciting Australian Open tournament this time, and we hope that they can get to the final, because we want to see the big names. We don't want to see upsets, but then upsets are quite interesting.
Exactly. Yeah. Upsets make the sporting world loving and lovely. Really. Yes. Upset makes it interesting. All right, if you win the Australian Open in the year 2025, you'll be going on with $3.5 million US. I said that earlier. If you come second, you'll be getting $1.9 million US. Look at the difference. They want you to know that to be number one. 1.9 to 3.5.
Can they draft me in? Like,
as what? To pick ball?
No. I said draft me in.
As what?
Pick ball.
Right, what are you doing there?
Draft me in into the tournament. Just draft me in.
And if you get into the semi-finals, you'll be getting $1.1 million US.
That's my target.
So in the semi-finals,
yes, that's my
then
target.
After that, I think it's about $750,000 US. So you see in the semi-finals, everybody, all four, that is for the singles, of course. Yeah, I will be getting 1.1. Then if you can make it into the finals, yes, just into the finals a little bit, you'll be getting 1.9. If you are the loser, you lose. But if you win, I'm just saying this. Am I overestimating? All right.
So I'm not money focused. I'm not money centered. But then if you just draft me in after I get to the semi-finals, I could just even like let the game go, and then
you think if I win this game, I can get 1.9 million or even 3.5.
And the next game, the next day, I just retire or go on sabbatical. You understand?
All right. I mean, of course, Coco Gauff was the highest grossing tennis player last year for women, 2024 year, and of course she won a couple of Grand Slams, got to some positions for in her tennis in other championships, and of course outside of tennis she was able to get deals that got her money, endorsements that got her good money. So this is where it begins for them this year. If you are going to be highest grossing at the end of the year, you have to start with the Australian Open. Very quickly, we move over now to talk about upcoming EPL games. Remember, there are no EPL games this weekend, but the English Premier League resumes tomorrow. And the big games. There are no small games in the English Premier League, though. There are no small games. But everybody's back. Brentford, so Brentford is back. City, a couple of games. Let's just quickly preview these games. Tomorrow, for example, Brentford is playing tomorrow. I think they're playing against City. Chelsea is equally playing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. But quick one. Now we are in January. They say when you are fighting relegation, the battle starts in January. Yes. When you're chasing the league, the real battle starts in January. And of course, Arsenal is going to be playing Spurs. Let's talk about that game very quickly. Arsenal didn't really do too well this time around, this weekend. They are chasing the league, but can they get the league against a Spurs that is not doing too well and against a Spurs that is looking to win a trophy for the first time since 2008? Remember what the man said? The man said, I always win trophies in my second season. I'm talking about the manager of Spurs, Angel Postecoglou.
Don't bite your dog.
Postecoglou, beg your pardon. Postecoglou, And now, do you think he's going to be careful with the picking of his squad because of the trophies chasing, even though Spurs are in a bad spot right now in the league? Or you think it's going to be a big derby like it's supposed to be?
Well, obviously, it's going to be a big, derby. It's always a big game when it comes to Arsenal, and Tottenham. However, back to Andy Postecoglou, I need to say, no offense meant, but I need to say that talk is cheap. When you say something, you need to get it done. I think it was Pep Guardiola or Jose Mourinho that said, like, when you say something, you need to get it done. So all eyes would be on, on this Tottenham team. The run they have in the Carabao Cup, it's too early because they have a second leg against Liverpool.
They've won the first leg 1-0. Nobody saw that coming. In the semi-finals, they have a second leg in, I think it's February. But quickly, tomorrow, Brentford versus City. What do you think?
Oh, well, I think City would. They are coming from a bounce of 8-0 in their last game. I think it's Southford they played in the FA Cup. So I think they're already getting their acts together. And guess what? Alan is scoring again.
Yeah, the Viking.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it might be tough. It might not be like with a big margin, but Man City should win.
Brentford is not doing badly. There's a Brand Mbeumo on form. There's a yes, Mbeumo on form. There's Wissa doing great things as well. Equaling what's his name now? The big guy that left for Saudi money, Ivan Toney, equaling his record as some of the guys that have scored the highest for Brentford. And then there's a Thomas Frank who knows how to play City and all these big teams very well.
It goes beyond knowing how to play City, because every now and then you see City changing. It could be anything. You understand? However, if there's a team that can beat Brentford, it is Man City. And the fact that they are almost back to their usual best shows that the game might not be a walkover, but I give it to Man City.
Nottingham against Liverpool tomorrow as well. A fantastic Nottingham this season with their manager, right? You know what he has done for them. They are in a position they never would have dreamt of, and they are coming up against a Liverpool that is having one of the best times ever.
Yes,
two guys with a good season.
Yes, two teams with a good run this season so far. Yes, you would naturally say that Liverpool would get the win because they are top of the league and they are free scoring, and then Mo Salah is in form and what have you. However, this Liverpool team found it difficult to defeat a struggling Manchester United side who they could have or should have actually lost to if Harry Maguire had just buried that last minute chance. Now it goes to show that anything can happen in football. Guess what? Our own what's his name now? Taiwo Awoniyi is back and he has scored his first goal of the season.
That goal, everybody celebrated with him.
Exactly.
Everybody.
And he always has a point to prove whenever he plays his former side, Liverpool. So who knows? It could be the decider in the game, and there could be another draw for Liverpool. It could be a loss. Don't just rule out Nottingham Forest.
They've not been conceding in a while now. Forest have not been conceding in a while.
Yes.
And they are playing against a team that knows how to score.
And
a man that knows how to score in Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, but a man that knows how to score, if they can, avoid penalties. I'm not saying that's what that is, forte. I'm saying if they can avoid rather conceding cheap penalties. You understand? If they can avoid that, I think they can find a way to keep Mohamed Salah.
Chelsea versus Bournemouth.
Chelsea versus Bournemouth.
What do you see happening?
Bournemouth are losing. What's his name now? Being. I think Napoli.
He's not starting. He has not been starting for them. Billing.
I think he already went for.
But he has not been starting for Bournemouth, so he's not one of their key boys.
He's one of. He's one of their key boys.
He comes on to play 10 minutes.
He's one of their key boys.
He comes on to play 15 minutes.
Lost Sri Lanka to what's his name?
Evan Nielsen starts. There's a Semenyo somewhere.
That's what I'm saying. He's one of their key guys.
Billing usually comes in to play 10 minutes.
No, not usually. However, back to the game. Not usually. But however,
it doesn't start.
The fact that it doesn't start doesn't mean
it won't be missed. It's not like Evan Nielsen. It's not like Ouattara. It's not like Semenyo.
first, like.
Yes, and he just came in and he's starting. The man with the number 9 jersey, the man with the goals, the man with the assists.
However, back to the game. Back to the game. Chelsea,
Bournemouth
is going to be a tough one. I think Chelsea, who have been free scoring for a while, have maybe had a little,
they've been blowing out and cold this season.
Exactly.
Really.
They put their foot off the pedal for a while. If they do so again this time, they might actually have more than they can chew, bite more than they can chew. However, I think it should be easy peasy. What's his name now? The ice cold Palmer getting the assist and obviously getting a goal. However, they need to get what's his name now? Their number nine.
Jackson.
They need to get him dancing again.
Right.
They need to get him dancing.
West Ham against Fulham. Fulham having a fantastic season under Marco Silva this year. West Ham, the opposite of Fulham right now, doing very badly, but they have a team that is trying to gather steam back up. Jarrell Bowen injured, but the Ghanaian superstar Black Star is still there in Kudus, and a lot of other guys there, but they are doing poorly this season.
They sacked their coach already.
Yeah, sacked their manager.
Yes,
Lopetegui is gone.
Lopetegui is gone.
Yeah.
I don't know who has come in or who is coming in now, but I think it will be a good game. It will be a good time also for Fulham to get the 3 points off the struggling West Ham. So I think it's going to go to Fulham. I am confident that Fulham would actually take the 3 points.
All right, quickly, we won't be leaving without talking about January transfer. And the shocking transfer so far, we were talking about it just before we came on.
Yes.
Kvaratskhelia is moving from Napoli to Paris Saint-Germain for big money. But this is the question. These guys were wanted away from Napoli last season. And everybody said, and they said at Napoli that Osimhen will be going while Kvara will be staying. Osimhen eventually did not go, but he left but has not gone because his parent club is still Napoli. But why is it easy for Kvara to leave for big money easily without stress, without chaos, without controversy, without catastrophe? And it was so difficult for Victor Osimhen to leave. Is it the prowess of their agents or what really happened? Nobody saw Kvara leaving, and in a blink of an eye he's going to Paris Saint-Germain while Osimhen is still somewhere in Italy where he should be in main Europe, being the big boy, trying to come back from Gala.
So I think Osimhen has been vindicated one way or another because of the way Napoli actually handled the
business with Kvara.
No.
Okay, with him.
With him. So I think he has been vindicated because everyone was like, oh, Osimhen is the bad person. Like he didn't handle it well. He has done this. He has done that. He's going to ruin his career and all. But it is pretty obvious now for them to lose their best player in January while they are chasing for the Scudetto. It goes to show you that, obviously, I was telling you that for me, he is not their best player, or he was not, their best player. I think personally, Osimhen was their best player. It was pretty obvious Osimhen was their best player. But the fact that they're losing him in January to PSG, it brings about a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
All right, some transfers are still going on. I mean, that's just the biggest of the whole market, January transfer market so far. Manchester City has got a player, and
about to get 3. You are going to get
exactly,
3.
but one is almost is in already. The man says he needs to change that squad, and is changing it at the moment. Very big thank you to you guys for being a part of this packet. Like I always say, we are here because you guys are there. Thank you very much to Anytime.